You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
And to gain further support, join my channel membership. Hey everyone, it is Marlene of Marlene Motivates, your content creator for all things positive, inspirational, and your life lessons and mindset shifting. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you over at the Motivators family, and to all my fellow motivators, my members, and my mods. Welcome. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. So on today, the topic we're going to go into is talking about 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality. So we're going to get into those 7 points. But before then, let's welcome all those who are in the comment section live. Hey, puzzle pieces. We got a member in the house. I really do appreciate you. How are you doing? Happy new week. Happy Monday. And Realist One, how are you doing, Realist? Happy new week. How are you guys doing? Let me know, how is the volume? I hope that it is well and you are well, and we're ready to get into this topic. So when we think about this topic, 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality. First, we have to get inspired. I think that that's so important to understand that we can inspire our own self to do something amazing and great. we can do it. And we get complacent sometimes. We feel down, we get distraught. Life happens to us. There's going to be challenges, but I just want you all to know, I want to reaffirm hope within you, that there is hope for the future, there is hope for your life, and you can achieve and attain anything that you want. Hey, Nefertiti, welcome. How are you doing? Happy new week. Happy Monday. Really appreciate you being here. I hope you are well. Awesome. Thank you. The volume is perfect. Great. So I want you all to reaffirm in yourself that there is hope for me. Whatever challenge it is that you're facing, whatever goal you want to accomplish, anything that you're thinking of, anything that you're dreaming of, you have to first allow yourself to have the thoughts to know that I can do something amazing and great in my life. And also, I can make it my personal reality. A lot of times, the reason why we can't achieve and attain some things in our life is because we are not first fully convinced. So, wherever you are in your life, whatever you have going on, whatever has happened to you, regardless of what other people have said to you about what you couldn't be and who their estimation of you is, at the end of the day, it's about what do I think about myself. So, what do you think about yourself, my motivators? Are you at a space and place in your life where you're ready to enact change in your life? You're ready to accomplish wonderful things, that you're ready to have your abundance flow in, and not just flow in abundantly. Whatever it is that you are thinking and you're dreaming about, it can be your personal reality, but you must first be fully convinced. I had to start off this discussion saying that, as as a as a good way to shift your own thoughts within your head. And we have to remember that until we are personally and fully convinced, then nothing will happen in our life. Nothing can happen in our life until we are fully convinced and believe that the things that I'm thinking, I can make it my personal reality. And until we actually think that and believe it about ourselves, nothing is going to shift. Because if you keep thinking in the same negative way, if you keep letting other people get inside of your head, if you keep letting your own self get inside of your head, if you always talk about certain things and you continue to make excuses, your life will be the same. And I'm speaking to those who want to have a completely different life. If you want to be made new, if you want to be made brand new, this message is for you. I'm always blessed to see another day. I am doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking, and I'm glad that you all are as well. So, let's get into this discussion today. So, we're talking about 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it and make it your reality. See, it's personal now. See, we may look at other people and we see them accomplishing goals and their dreams and things are happening for them, but have you personally believed in whatever dream that you want? Have you thought about it? Do you think it's something possible for you? So, this is the point number one. You have to believe it for yourself. Believe it for yourself. Until you believe something is true for you, and not only believe in it, but believe in yourself. This is how we shift and make our life amazing. This is how we draw in abundance and we draw like a magnet. I am on the road to success. I am successful. We have to speak those things out of our mouth and make it a reality. Believe in yourself. And it may be an easier road for some. Some every day they battle with feelings of worthlessness. Every day they battle with um, affirming for themselves. that they're an amazing person, that they can do some great and amazing things. Because if you do not fully convince yourself first, there's nothing that can happen. There's no blossoming that can happen until you remove all of those weeds. I think of it like weed like thoughts, and weeds can destroy any seeds of hope inside of us. Until we pluck out all of those things like feelings of worthlessness, pluck that out. Um, Low self esteem, plug that out. No sense of being, so you aren't fully aware of yourself. And until you start working on you and nurturing what I am, what I can be, what I'm about, that I am wonderfully made. And you are wonderfully made. You have talents. It's all speaking in the first person. I am. I have is a part of my personality. I can be, because I am. Starting every single day, I am amazing. I can do great things. Okay. So we must believe that about ourselves. Until we believe that something is real and we can do something, that there's hope for me to change my life, that I am on a growth period. I am in my abundance time. And until you believe that for yourself, nothing is going to change for you. So, for this point number one, believing in yourself first, you have to inspire in yourself that I have a dream inside of me. I can make a change regardless of what your situation is, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of the people that you have in your life, regardless of your physical health, regardless of what other people are saying and speaking over your life. What do you speak over your life? You have to first inspire that hope and that dream inside of you. You have to be inspired for the dream. You have to be on fire for it. You have to know your passion. And then you can move on to the next step. But first, we have to encourage that light within ourselves. And I understand that life, reality, problems, stress, it all can start to diminish that there is hope for me, because all you're seeing around you is lack of hope. All you're seeing around you is negativity. All you're seeing around you is people who are backstabbing and cutthroat and malicious. Okay, but we can't focus on other people. See, what all we can do is we're stepping into being accountable for ourselves. I am accountable for me and what I think about myself. So, my motivators, I ask you the question, what do you think about yourself? Now, let's be honest, 100%. We don't always think that we can have an amazing life. We think, oh, that's somebody else. Those are the people on the TV. Those are other people who have already made it. But to make it, we have to first make it in our mind. See, our mindset has to shift out of the negative and we have to step into the positive. It has to be our season and we must believe on that. Yes, on today, not yesterday, not the past, not what other people have said. Remove all of those, that junk out of your mind, pluck it out. All of those weeds that I was talking about earlier, remove them and shift your mind to positive. See, until we allow our mind to think positive, until we allow ourselves to what we speak over ourselves and our situation, until we do that for ourselves, nothing will change. See, it's a choice, everybody. Everything that we have in our life is about choices, and it's about the choice that we make, even if we don't have it yet. I believe it as if it has already happened. Now, who is speaking that over themselves and their life? See, we have to speak prosperity. We have to speak positivity, right? Until we speak prosperity and positivity, and then get into the action part, nothing is going to shift. Yes, that's so true. Until we put one foot forward, um, God will help us to continue to take those steps. We have, yeah, and it's all about the action, but of course, that is very important. But we must also believe in ourselves. And that's why it's an everyday thing. It's not something that we say once or twice and then that's the end of it. No, love in action means every day. It means every day when we endure a problem, a difficulty, and we triumph over it. Every day we have to speak victory over our problems, our life, how we think, how we feel. Speak victory, speak winning, speak prosperity over yourself, and it will happen. See, until we first believe it, until you believe it, nothing is going to change. See, it starts with those seeds and knowing that hope exists, okay? So be inspired, my motivators. That is point one. We have to be inspired because we believe in ourselves. Point number two, listen to your dreams. Now, we all have something that we have thought about. You know, you may have just said it to yourself, and the only one that knows is you and your higher power, whatever your spiritual awareness is. So it's just between you and that. Nobody else may know of that dream that you have. But I want to tell you, listen to that dream. Listen to it. And we have to sometimes awaken that dream inside of ourselves. See, I have this dream. I want to do this. I have a desire. I have a passion for this. I have a dream. I have a desire. I have a passion. It means we're speaking about ourselves. And it's not selfish to do that. For a long time, I put myself in that box that just thinking about myself wanting to do something for me, I thought that that was something I wasn't supposed to do because I was supposed to be all about my family, about my friends, and helping others. But while we help others, we must first help ourselves. See, when our cup is full, we can give in our overflow. We can give out of our abundance, but we can't give from what we don't have, what we don't possess. So that's why it's so important when we talk about 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality, we must believe in that dream, whatever dream that is for you, until it becomes real for you, until you first fully believe it, until you firmly are convinced in that, nothing is going to shift. See, nothing will shift until you shift your mindset, shift into the action. See, it's listening to your dreams, and that means the things that you have thought about maybe years ago. Maybe something that you've put on the shelf, you put it on a shelf for a long time, or you put it to the back of your skeleton and think that can never be me. See, I want to awaken. Wake up, motivators. Wake up that dream and ignite that dream inside of yourself. And until you start listening into your dreams and thinking that I really could do this. See, this is for all you motivators who are in that frame of mind, in that frame of thinking. I, I'm thinking about this and I really could do it. I want those light bulbs to start going off and firing inside of your mind. This really could happen. And I want you to get excited about your dream. I want you to be excited because until you get excited, until you actually believe that this could happen for me, this change could happen in my life, that it's real for me, until that light bulb goes off, until your dreams look like it's plausible for me. I get this can actually happen for me. Until you actually believe that it can be real for me, nothing will change. So you have to inspire those thoughts inside of yourself. And I ask all of you, what is the last dream that you had? What goals do you have that you're writing down? And now, what are you going to do about those dreams? See, it will continue to be a dream until you aspire to make it your reality. See, a lot of times we sit down on those dreams because they're just that. Okay, I dream about it and I would love to do it, but you're not doing anything in the background, working on your inside of you. We have to wake up that passion and say, hey, wake up. Don't give up on yourself. Hey, Tamika, how are you doing? Welcome. Until you wake up that dream inside of yourself and say, hey, get out of that thinking. Uh, uh, Stop listening to what other people have said, what other people believe is your life, and you make the decision that I am going to make my dream a reality. And how do we do that? We listen to those dreams. We make a plan. So we're getting into point number 3. See, first, you believe in yourself. You know that you can do it. You cast those fears and those worries and that doubt aside. And now we start listening to our dreams and say, this is what I'm going to do. And now, point 3, this is how I'm going to do. See, this is so critical to us winning and making our dreams a reality. It's the plans. So, what plans do you have for your future, motivators? What do you have for your present? And what are you doing to make it real? How are you making it real, motivators? How? See, that's what it's all about, is not just saying what you're going to do, but getting that plan of action. And when we talk about our plan of action, our plan has to be reasonable, and it has to be something that we can actually do. It has to be reasonable, and it has to be something that we can actually do. Okay, so we have to admit that to ourselves. We have to start sometimes in small steps, and then make that happen, and then move to the next level. It's about knowing that let's not bite off more than we can chew. Let's start first I'm going to start off by doing this, and then I'm going to win at that, and then I'm going to move to the next step. See, it's about making your plan and following through. See, follow through, motivators. That's what separates a person who's motivated from a person who lacks the motivation. See, a person who's motivated, they're excited, and they're not only going to say that I'm going to do something amazing, but also they're following through. They're doing what they are supposed to do. So I want to encourage all of you motivators that are watching right now live, and those who are watching in the replay. There's going to be challenges that you're going to be facing. There's going to be a lot of hardships. There's going to be a lot of difficulties. See, it's not going to be all easy when you're trying to aspire to make something amazing happen, something that you've been thinking about over and over again, maybe for months or maybe even years. Whatever that dream is, it can be yours by you making that plan and putting it into action. So, in that plan, reasonable and attainable, knowing that I can attain it, I can achieve it, and this is how. Start with small steps, and then when you accomplish it, then you go to your next level. See, most of the time we have to do an A, B, and C plan. So when I do part A, the part A is me doing X, Y, and Z. Part B is D, E, F, right? So you're just moving along in the steps. So that's why it has to be reasonable and attainable. A lot of times when we make plans and we just are to do this broad thing that I'm just going to win at this. How are you going to do it? Until you get to the how, that is just going to be something that we think about, something that we dream about. And we want more than that, right? We want more than to just say, I want to do this. We want to actually do it. So, in that reasonable, attainable, getting that plan, asking questions. Asking questions is so important, and asking the right questions from the right people, We have to talk to people who are already successful at doing what we do. So, have you made those meetings? Hey, can do you have 5 minutes to just talk to me? I just want to get some of the things, and this is what I'm actually doing. See, this is how we show that we're doing more than just a lot of hot air, just speaking things, just saying what we're going to do, but we never actually get up and get into it. So ask a person, get a mentor. And then after we make the plan, we got to have some positive support. And notice how I said positive support, because there's a lot of support that you could have, but there is negative support too. People who pretend that they're supporting, but in the background, they got that knife behind their back. They got their knife, okay? And they're going to do anything at any opportunity to get you down. Strike when you're at your lowest. Strike when you're just in that stages where you don't believe, like, I have this dream, but I don't know, and then they're going to do something to try to stop it, slow it down, or break you down so that you can't get to your dream. So that positive support system can be yours, and it does not have to be people that you know face to face. It could be online support, online mentors, online support groups from other people who are motivated in doing what you aspire to do. Until you have a positive support of people who are actually doing it, and until you start speaking over your life that I'm whatever it is that you're seeking and striving to do, you have to see yourself doing it. See, that's why that visualization is so important. You have to visualize, you have to see in your mind's eye, in my mind's eye, I see myself in the reality being that. And then until you make that your personal reality, this is my reality, I am this, until it's real to you, until you can actually see yourself with the thing that you're dreaming about, your dream is not big enough. We have to learn to make our dreams bigger, and not settle for the little crumbs that we actually accept. Okay. Hey, Leticia, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you are well. Yes, everybody hit the like. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, so we must have that positive support, whether online. So we can have online members, we can have online a group. And if you don't have the group for what you want, make it. There's no excuses, motivators, no excuses. See, maybe before when you just were having the thoughts, now we're past the plans. Now we're into the support mode of you. You're in the mode of doing it, okay? So you're doing whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And now you just need the support, those support beams that will hold you up. You know, when you're not there yet, but you're almost there, we all need that. We all need the kudos, the keep going, the all of the things, and also the asking questions from the people who have already been successful in doing it. So I want to inspire you to dream it and to make whatever it is that you want your reality. Notice I didn't just say make it a reality. No, make it your reality until you believe in your dreams, until you can see it real, until you are visualizing it, until you can actually see yourself walking in that. What do you look like? I have an amazing mentor that told me that. Until you can see yourself doing it, what are you wearing? What do you look like? What is a day in your life of that reality look like? See, and until you can see yourself, actually, it's so real to me. I see myself waking up and doing it. And until you can see that for yourself, you won't do it. You won't do it. And I'm not saying it to be negative, it's a real thing. Until you can see yourself actually walking in it, it's a day in your life. I am this. And you start talking yourself with that title of whatever it is that you're dreaming. Start calling yourself that. See, that's how you know that you're believing it and it's real to you. So let's get into this. Point number 5 is so important for you to 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality. It's the action. Now, I talked about action a little bit, but the action phase is when you every day you're getting up and you're putting in the work, you're putting your nose to the grindstone. And even sometimes you may be crawling. I don't know how I'm doing, but I'm just going. And that's the important part. Get out there and do it. No excuses, no blaming other people. You're doing it. Okay. And that's what matters, to get your dreams real. In a reality, it means action. And we're not making excuses over here. We don't do that over here. We're positive and we hold our own self accountable. I am accountable for me. You are accountable for yourself. So if you really want something, it shows. It really shows by what you're willing to do, even when you fall down. And it's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get up and rise up again and again and again and again. Never stop trying, never stop winning. Every time you fall down and you get up, you find out the reason why that didn't work. It doesn't mean that it won't work for you. It's just that didn't work. That didn't work. Okay? And maybe it could be the person that you were trying to make it work is not working for you because they're not the ones that is supposed to take you to your next level. Come on, wake up, everybody. Wake up. It's not that person. Sometimes the people that we want in our life to go to the next level, that's not the one. They're not the one. And we have to say, hello, wake up. It's not them. They're holding me back. They're blocking me. They're slowing me down from my goals and my process. They're slowing me down from my elevation. A lot of times we want people to go with us where we're dreaming and aspiring to be, but it's not for them and it's not with them. Mm-mm. Not everybody that we want to do something big. Not everybody that we dream and we believe in believes in themselves. And not everybody we know is going to do something with their life. See, we want amazing things for everybody because we're in that zone and mode to win. Who am I talking to? I'm in my winning season. It is my season to win, to strive, to achieve. I am about abundance. And they may not. Not everybody we want to win actually wants to win. They just say they want to win, but they won't do anything. They're not making any changes. Their choices are the same. They're sitting back, they're lazy, they're procrastinating. No, I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you, motivators. What are you doing to shift and change your life? All we can do is do what we can do. See, I can't inspire another person to get up, but you can't make other people do right. You can't make another person treat you right. You can't make everybody believe in your dreams. The ones that do will. And you got to cut the ties and the cords to anything that is toxic, manipulative, not understanding that they're not supporting, they're not understanding, they're not compassionate. They're not giving your kudos and your hurrahs that you desperately need. Okay? If you can't have people in your life that are motivating you, encouraging you, and inspiring you to make your dreams a reality, you must cut the cord or you're going to stay right there with them. That's all the reality of it until you cut the ties and the cords to people who are doing nothing with their life. People who are just about the words, but they're not consistent in their actions. You got to leave them behind. And I had to say it for myself. I know it does not sound good, but I got to leave you behind so I can win. Who am I talking to? I hope I'm talking to the heads and the hearts of somebody with this message. We have to leave some people behind so that we can make our dreams a reality. That's all it is. And people won't like it. They'll talk about you. They'll say that you think you're better than me and all kinds of things, but leave that talk, leave that negativity. And even sometimes you got to walk away from people. You have to change your environment sometimes. You got to move away from that negative space of people. You got to leave them behind in the dust. I'm sorry. I love you, but I love myself more. Who am I reaching with this message? We have to love ourselves more than other people. And sometimes, unfortunately, not everybody loves themselves more. Hmm. I had to say that to myself. I was loving the person that I was in a relationship more than I was loving myself because I wanted to please them and make them happy. But all the time, I was only helping them with their dreams, but they were never helping me with mine. Hmm. I'm helping you to win. 5 years later, 10 years later, I'm still talking about the same dreams, and you've never supported and inspired me in mine. Hmm. And I had to say to myself, Marlene, wake up, wake up. And that's why I say to all you motivators, wake up the dreams inside of yourself and open your eyes, motivators, that it's not always the people that are in our life that are going to help us to make our dreams a reality. Sometimes those are the ones that are pulling you down and stopping you from having them. They're stopping you from being in your winning season. They're stopping you from your abundance. But we don't want to admit it because we love them or they claim they love us. But if they love you like they said, are they acting worthy of it? See, a person can say they love you all day long, but what is that love proving for you? Prove it. If you love me, prove it. And that's what you must say to motivators. The words are nice. It's lovely. It's wonderful to hear that you're loved. But if the actions is not showing up, okay, the actions is not proving worthy of their support. They're not understanding. They're not compassionate. They're not encouraging you. Say, go ahead, do it. I'm here. How can I help you? How can I support you? But on the opposite side, they're stressing you out. They're driving you crazy. They're dropping seeds of doubt inside of you. That's not love. Love is encouraging. Love is understanding. Love is compassionate. Love is giving a person what they need and not what they want. Hmm. How do I know that? Because I learned it. See, I don't want you to learn the lesson that I did. I was always going by what they were saying to me, but all the red flags were going off, all the bells and whistles that was saying, no, stop, do not. And I was listening to what I wanted to believe. I wanted to believe that they loved me so much. And I was being desperate. See, we're desperate sometimes. We're desperate in thinking that this is all the love that I could get. This is all the friendship that I could get. This is all the support I could get. And it's not. We a lot of times have to move away and walk away from people and cut ties to people because they're stopping and slowing down your winning. They're stopping and slowing down your abundance. And if you want to get abundance and win, you got to cut the ties, cut the cords, cut the manipulation. And they will manipulate you as long as you let them. They will use you as long as you let them. They will play mind games as long as you let them. Cut those ties and cut the cords to all of those people. And you're going to start seeing the elevation will begin in your life. The peace that you'll have, the joy, you'll start smiling like you never have before because they disrupt you from what you need to do because you're so busy in your thoughts about what they're doing to you that you don't have time to think about what you want to do. See, that they'll mess up your focus. They'll mess up your dreams. They'll mess up your money. Hello, I'm talking to somebody. they'll mess up your money. They'll mess up your thoughts. They'll mess up you, and you think that you have all these problems and challenges when the only problem is them. The problem is them being in your life. I know I'm talking to someone. The problem is that you have people in your life that you think love you, but it's not love. That's using, that's manipulation, that's drama, but that is not love. That is not love. Okay? We think it is, but it's not. Thank you so much for dropping those emojis, puzzle pieces. I really appreciate it. Hey, the word, how are you doing? Welcome. I appreciate you being here and your support. Got a member and a mod in the house. Really do appreciate you. Yes, it's so important to, have that positive support. And like I was saying, ask for the support that you need. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. So, what questions are you asking? Do you have those several mentors? Do you have your accountability partners? Do you have people in your life that are like, what are you doing? I thought you were going to do that. And then you do it. See, don't get mad at the people who are holding you accountable. Don't get mad, okay? Don't get mad at the people who are checking you, because sometimes we need to be checked. We slow down sometimes. We get complacent. We get lazy, okay? We do. We all do it. But it's about getting up. It's about getting up. It's about fighting. It's about winning. It's about encouraging yourself, and it's seeing where I can improve. And don't get mad at the person who is just a messenger, just your support system that is telling you you could do so much more. Don't get mad at a person who believes in you and is actually doing what they're supposed to do. We get mad because a person checks us. We get mad at a person that will say, I thought you were going to do that. Don't get mad. Say thank you and then do it. Okay? Don't get mad at a person who is checking you and helping you to get on your road to success. Okay? Thank you so much. 6 months member. I really do appreciate you, the word, and to all my members. Thank you so much for your support. Okay? Now, this is point number 6 of the 7 ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality. Point number 6, rework the plan until it works. So, in the last part, we were talking about making the plan, getting into the action. And now, after you have been working the plan, you got to ask yourself, is the plan working? And this is the reworking time. This is the season of our journey for our dream that we say, this isn't working, this isn't working, this isn't working. I'm going to add this and I'm going to do that. So rework the plan until it works, my motivators. It's not just making a plan. It's not just having a goal. While having a goal and a plan is nice, it's making sure that the goal and the plan works. And until the plan works, we're going to have to make some changes. Okay? So make some changes and make your dream a reality. Make it a reality. Make it happen, motivators. But it's all up to us. It's up to us. So we can say all day long what we want to do. We can say all day long, I'm striving to win. We can say all day long, I believe in myself. We can say all day long, I'm winning. But is your action showing with our words? See, sometimes our words will be down here. Our words will be down here, and the action is far lower. We'll say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it all day long. We'll say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. The actions is all the way down here. So all I'm saying is let's balance out, motivators. We're not going to be down on ourselves. We're not going to beat up ourselves. No, we're not doing any of that, because we believe in ourselves and we love ourselves. And because I am on the road to success. Abundance is coming to me and for me. And because I know that, I'm going to be accountable for me. I'm going to be consistent. See, that's how you win. Consistency is the winning. Okay? Just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep doing, keep doing. Be consistent, motivators, and work the plan until the plan works. That's one of the things that my mentor tells me all the time. And she's so right. Work the plan until the plan works. Until you can see how you're starting to get some success. You're starting to see, okay, I'm doing this, and this is what happens to me. Okay? So work the plan until the plan works. And we're going to get into the last point, motivators. 7 ways to be inspired to aspire and to dream it and to make it your reality. Until then, we have to be patient. Hi, Taisha Renee. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, realist one. Until until we are patient, okay? While you're working on your dream, we must be patient with ourselves. You know, if you are actually putting in the work, okay? Putting in the work, you're being accountable, you're being consistent, you got the plan working, you're asking questions, you're being consistent, you're encouraged, you're motivated, you're doing what you need to do. All it means is continue the process, but be patient. Be patient. Be patient. We sometimes give up right before our goals. Oh, I know, Leticia. I know it's you. I was just welcoming you in your other channel. Thank you. Um, to make ourselves win and to get into that winning season, right? To get to your winning season, you must be patient. And patience is one thing that a lot of times we lack, right? We lack patience because we're so busy wanting it. I want 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 it. Right? I want it. I want it. I want it. But things just don't drop into our lap. It doesn't just drop into our lap. You can't just say, I want it. Or you can't just look at another person and you see, oh, they started at the same time as me and they're winning. But you don't know what that person has been doing in the background. You don't know how they've been working on themselves from the inside and what they're putting into it to make their dreams a reality at the moment. But you're looking at another person and you see they're winning, right? We're looking. Don't get envious. Turn up your own fire. Turn up your own fire. Turn up your own personality. Be consistent and do what you're supposed to do so that you can make your dreams a reality. Not the other person, not looking, not comparing, not complaining. No, none of that. No, 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 motivators. We're not comparing. We're not complaining. We're winning. I am winning. And how another person is winning is not how I am going to win. See, I have to learn to be patient with myself. I have to be accountable with myself. I have to be consistent with myself because this is my life and my life is not somebody else's. My life is not somebody else's. So I can't compare my life with another person because they don't have my challenges. They don't walk in my shoes. They have not had the journey that I have had. Okay? No two people have had the same journey. No two people have had the same challenges, even if you have had similar. Okay? So we're going to be on our own walk, our own journey, our own self. I'm going to be accountable for me and I'm going to do what I need to do so that I can win. See, that's how you make your dreams a reality. Be patient. Be patient, my motivators. After you have done everything that we talked about today, now is your time to win. Now is your time to look back and say, after all my hard work, now I'm winning. Okay? Now I'm winning. And I can say the same thing to all you motivators too. Believe in yourself. Listen to your dreams. Make a plan. Have your positive support system. Get into your action. Rework the plan and be patient. Be patient. And I also talked about and be consistent. And you can do it. So I'm putting the invite link in here for uh, those that I know. If you've been on this channel before, come up on the panel, you're welcome to come up. And I want to hear, this is the part of the motivation, the dose of positivity that I love the most is asking those, all you motivators, what has been working for you? How have you made your dreams a reality? What steps have you taken? Because I can say all day long what to do. I can give you the knowledge. I can give you the encouragement. I can give you the positive support. I can help you to shift your mindset, but I can't make you make it a reality. That's something that you must do for yourself. So, to all you motivators, I want to encourage you to whatever dream you have, um, whatever thing that you have thought, whatever has come to your mind, you know, your season to win, that you can do it. And don't think that it has to come from the people around you. We sometimes expect the people around us to be those support system, and no, there's a lot of times we have to search out and find your support. Find your people that will help you. Find the people who will encourage you. Find the people who will believe in you. Find the people who are actually have that winning mindset. So I say to all of you motivators, you all can win. Every single one of you. And not all the time the people around us will push that narrative for us, that will push that support, that encouragement, because they're not there. Unfortunately, some people in our life are negative because of what they're going through, because they have not worked on themselves, because they are not consistent, because they do not love themselves yet either. It's hard to love and support another person when they don't possess it themselves. See, people can only give you what they personally possess. And I don't take it personal. I don't get angry at another person because I was there myself. I was at a space and place in my life where I I would see people do things and they were asking for support, but I haven't even put on my own mask. I haven't even gone about encouraging myself. So it's hard to encourage another person when you yourself are discouraged, when you yourself have not loved yourself, when you yourself are not getting into action, when you yourself are not being consistent. So that's why I want to encourage all of you motivators to know that your support does not have to come from your family. Your support does not have to come from your friends. Your support can come from a stranger, okay? It can come from somebody online. It can come from a mentor, okay? But as long as you get your support, that's the most important thing. So let's welcome Leticia to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, welcome.
I'm trying to let me shut my door. How are
Okay,
you doing?
I'm great.
I'm glad to hear you again. It's been a minute. Um, so the question you had was, what do we do to
Yeah,
obtain, like to stay inspired and aspire, dream? I think I might have missed something else, but to
yeah,
attain our goals, right?
yeah. It's seven ways to be inspired, to aspire, to dream it, and to make it your reality. So I'm gonna go on mute and I'm gonna let you say what you want to say.
Sure. Awesome. So, what I did to accomplish the goal that I wanted was to have a career that I enjoyed and loved to do, which is a part of my personality, is pretty much caring for others. Um, and so I decided multiple attempts to go into school to go into the field of nursing. What was amazing is the majors I had like two or three majors before that, and I just wasn't feeling them. So I didn't feel the motivation for it. And I think when you know what you want to do, you almost automatically motivated to do it. Like it's a drive in you to accomplish it. And I decided to go back to school in my mid 20s, because I started right after high school, with the child in tow as well. So I had kept going and dropping out of college. And I was like, what's interesting is it was always something in medicine before that, before nursing. So I knew it was something about medicine I wanted to be involved in. But I think knowing and really honing in whatever works for you. Some people pray, some people do meditate, or do incantations, journaling, writing the pros and cons out of whatever your dream is, because it can be acquired. It just may take you some work. It may, and it doesn't happen overnight. A lot of our dreams that we want to obtain are not like a lottery ticket. So we have to put that microwave society thinking out of, throw that out the window. And so, my main thing would be to say is to don't compare your story and your journey with someone else, because you're going to have totally different circumstances, and than more than likely you're going to have totally different circumstances from a 18-year-old going to college, as opposed to someone, myself, was I was 25 going back to school, with two children. And so I had to be realistic, and also talking to people, whoever it is, whether it's a counselor, a therapist, a life coach, so that you can also see it from your dream, from another perspective, like what all you may need to do to obtain that, whether it's a business you're trying to start, or if you want to go back to school, you want a new career, if it's a trade, whatever it is, go to someone that you know is already doing it, or someone in a profession that can help you to navigate to obtain that dream. And the last thing I would say is to focus. I think that's a major issue, is lack of focus. And I know life happens to us and all that, and it's happened to myself. Um, but um, if things do occur in your life that may put a little bump in the road, try not to get too down about it, and make sure you're addressing those things so you can move forward, because sometimes that can create a hiccup, like, let's say, a death in the family, right? Everyone grieves differently. So that may be where you go and see someone, a therapist or whatnot, if it's preventing you from attaining your dreams, your goals, if it's something that's hindering you. Not that we shouldn't grieve, but we also know we still have to live life, right? And try to acquire what it is we need in order to live that life, whether it's money or support, or a promotion, whatever it is, that could create that hiccup, or that bump in the road. So I would mainly say is you're trying to maintain focus was the biggest thing for me, because I had the two children, and so I had to my schooling and all that had to revolve around my children's schedule. Like everything revolved around them up until my first marriage with their father, but still, I still had to incorporate my family into that schedule, and just being realistic. Not saying that you can't obtain those goals, but it may not take you 8 months. It may take you a year. It may take you 2 years, depending on what it is you're trying to achieve. But I think being realistic, being focused, having a good support, like you mentioned, having those people in your life that are going to help elevate you, and they're not going to, like, I love how um you gently correct whenever I'll say struggle streaming. But having people like yourself is, for me, motivation. So I love that. And so having people in your life, surround yourself with those people that will help to elevate you, because what happens is we end up pulling people that may not want to see that for us, or even people who are in our family that we can't completely cut ties from. Sometimes they'll deter us from those obtaining those dreams and those goals, and we don't want to necessarily see that as what it is, but unfortunately that can be the case, where they don't want to see it, or they might unconsciously or subconsciously be throwing monkey wrenches to sabotage your and I'll just say this, only one last thing. The only reason I say that is I have a grandmother who, she's transitioned, but she couldn't think beyond scrubbing floors and being a tech or whatnot, and she would tell me, why are you going back to school, like it was a bad thing. And I was like, well, I want to better myself, because at that point I was a single mother, and I was having to create a life for my own children, and I didn't want to necessarily remain in conditions where I was either going to get evicted or I was working two or three jobs. So I was like, I have to find something that, if it's just me, I'm going to be able to care for them. They're not going to want for anything. And so she didn't realize what she was saying to me. I'm sure she didn't completely understand how she was trying to kind of deter me or discourage me from going to school, but she was also an older woman, so I consider that, they pretty much the man is the one who works and stuff. But when you don't have that, and you got to just do what you got to do as a woman, or a single man. You have to take care of your business to take care of those children, because they're the ones relying on you. So I just wanted to say that it might not always be coming from an ugly place, but she's just traditional, and was like, why are you going back to school? Just work a regular job, But I'd be working two or three jobs. I would never see my children at that point. So, you got to kind of weigh those things and make sure you have a good balance with whatever goals you're trying to achieve, because sometimes we can overwhelm ourselves by thinking, oh, this is supposed to happen overnight. My channel should be at 1,000 by 2 weeks. I mean, it's just not realistic. We have to make realistic decisions and make sure that we're being logical in our thinking. So yeah, but that was about it. Thank you so much again for letting me up. I love being able to chime in, and you have a lot of motivational information. So I hope people understand that these type of shows we need, because there's so much negativity in the world. There, I see that more than the positive. And so it's almost like we have to search for these positive lives or stories. And I appreciate you. Just want to give you your flowers
Thank
to
you
let
so
you know I appreciate you for bringing this type of content to us. So
No problem. My pleasure. And I hope on Friday you'll be available, because I'm doing that topic we talked about a few weeks ago with the social media. So I hope Friday you can come to
oh,
the show.
cool. Okay, at the same time
Yep.
I should be available. So yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank
Awesome. Thank
you.
you. All right. Bye.
Bye. Um, thank you so much, Leticia, so much for coming up. And, I really liked what Leticia was saying. Um, And I think a lot of times that we have family members or friends that are well meaning, and they are only telling you about what happened in their personal reality. So they may not come to hurt us, but it hurts us because it kind of breaks down, maybe our own thinking. and we start thinking that we can't do things because they didn't do it. So, and that's not a good thing. So, anybody in our life, whether they mean to or they don't, anybody in our life that puts seeds of doubt in our mind or makes us feel less than or is slowing down our progress and our joy in our life, you don't need that because you deserve better than that. And a lot of times we settle in with our family, we settle in relationships thinking that's all we can get, and people will say, well, that's all I'm used to, or I've been with this person in a relationship for years. You can always start fresh and new. You don't have to settle for the crumbs when you can get a whole big piece of the pie that is yours, and you can have it with joy instead of sometimes we get into these struggle relationships, struggle friendships, struggle romantic relationships, struggle family relationships too, right? And the family friend or the person you're in a relationship will make you feel like, oh, this is the way I am, and I've always been this way, and I'm not going to change. And we kind of will accept them, right? We'll kind of accept them and say, oh, that's the way they are, and that's all they can do, and whatever. And then you just keep accepting that when you could get so much more if you would just cut ties and let people go. Not everybody that we love is good for us. Some people, they're toxic, their love is toxic, and we can't have that in our life. That while we can love them, but certain people we have to love them from afar, and then we start winning. So I have to acknowledge, a little bit earlier we got a super sticker from Puzzle Pieces. Thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces, for the super sticker. I really do appreciate you, and this panda is for you. Puzzle Pieces, this pandas for you when the super chat hit. So thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces. I really, truly do appreciate you. And I have to acknowledge this comment from Puzzle Pieces as well. When we start working on ourselves, we lose the hope that we are not supposed to be in our. We lose our hope that that we are not supposed to be where we are. I think that's what she's trying to say. But sometimes when we work on ourselves, the reality is that we are going to lose certain people in our life. People will get mad. People, a lot of times, people who are not making changes don't understand why you make changes because they have got comfortable, because they're lazy, because they don't believe in that dream, because they don't support it, because they don't understand whatever it is the reason, or because you have moved on from them. That people get mad when how come you're not my friend? How come you don't want to be in a relationship anymore? How come this and that? Because when you start changing, when you start improving yourself, you cannot settle. Settling is not optional, my motivators. And you can't wait for people to make changes. People need to be what you need them to be at that moment. And until then, you must release them. Okay? So for you to win, for you to elevate, for your energy and your light to become elevated, for you to get abundance in your life, you gotta release people. And you just got to. Hey, Miss Tracy, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And hi, Nancy. How are you doing? Welcome. I really do appreciate you being here. Happy Monday and happy new week to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed this information. I feel like this has been a great topic. So to all you motivators that are watching now live or in the replay, be inspired to aspire. Dream it and make it your reality. We're not talking about other people, your kids, your family, who you're in a relationship with, your friends, your workmates. I'm talking about you. What is your personal dream and how are you making it a reality? You can win if you choose to win. I thank you guys so much for coming today. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of your support. And shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all of the members on Thursday. Yeah, I think Thursday we're going to do a members only live stream. So I hope you're there. We're going to do an after show talking about something. You members, I always enjoy hanging out with you members. So shout out to all you members and to all my fellow motivators or subscribers, like I like to call you, my motivators. Keep encouraged. Like my channel saying always is, be encouraged, be inspired, and be yourself. It's always good enough. Don't settle. Don't settle. Be you and be the best you that you can be. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, yeah.